Hello and welcome to another update video about silver. Yeah, so on the silver chart we have a reset here of wave 2. The break below 23.89 told us that we would not get a more immediate upside. So naturally here you can see the importance of risk management. The bulls failed to give us a 5-wave structure. It was only a 3-wave top in the end. And the 23.90 level was well known and communicated in previous videos as the relevant support level here for further upside. Yeah, if that breaks, then we would reset as a wave 2. So that doesn't mean we are bearish, but it means we haven't got a low in place for this wave 2 that we've been observing for a while now actually. And the importance is now to understand, okay, where could this find its low? So very important is that we haven't got a low in place. Very important is as well that this drop is likely not finished. So we need to pay attention to the relevant Fibonacci support levels and to see if price sees a reaction again as it did back here. Yeah. So anybody who originally entered here in the yellow support area could realize some profits up here. If you choose to do that, I always recommend taking profits along the way, moving up stop losses and so on. Anybody who did that could now buy back cheaper again. For example, that's one way of doing this. But I also want to talk about the microstructure here in this C wave and when it might make sense to add positions again. Now that is just a very general statement and not really any recommendation really. I just want to highlight what is reasonable. Essentially you need to do what you are comfortable with. I can really only provide the parameters that are relevant for the scenarios here, and where I believe price has a chance to turn around as it did here already at the golden ratio, the 61.8 retracement. So I'm still observing an overall bullish scenario. The reason is quite simple, because there is a potential that we have a 1-2 setup here and another 1-2 setup, and we all know that if silver or gold, if they rally aggressively, and which is why it makes sense oftentimes in doubt to be positioned on the long side. Of course a bearish scenario is possible as well, but as long as we're holding here the relevant support for the wave 2, there isn't really a need to focus on a more bearish scenario. But of course it is technically possible. What would happen if, or what would be the wave count? Well, if we were really going to make another low in this entire structure to the downside, yeah, I mean, this would be the really bearish scenario, where we would say that of this swing high in February 21, well, price came down not in an ABC structure, but it would have to be some kind of a, let me think, it would need to be a W, X, Y structure, and then A, B, and we will come down in the C wave. The thing is, we will not know that until we break through relevant support levels, the first main one being the $21.17 level, okay? So of course there is a bearish scenario, but is it really necessary to put it on the chart if we are in an overall, if we are hovering above bullish support? I just need to highlight that, right? So the reason also, again, why I say in doubt to be rather focusing on the long side is because silver especially, but also gold, they can rally very aggressively when they are going in their third waves. And essentially we can really only confirm that the low is in place once we get a 5-wave move to the upside. Here, as I showed you, we didn't get 5 waves. So that is the signal that we need to see, okay? Yeah, so looking at the subwave structure here for this C wave, looks to me like, also obviously C wave is a 5-wave move. This might be a 1-2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably the third wave still in the making, 4 and 5. We could come down quite low in this support area. Important is that we hold 21.16, otherwise it will get a bit difficult and risky. So I can actually give you a little bit more detailed wave count. It's just an idea at this stage, but I think it works quite well. And then here another 1, 2, 3, a wave 4 bounce is imminent, and then a wave 5. And then this yellow area could be used for scaling in, for example. Pay attention to risk management because we haven't got a low in place, of course. Okay, so really we only know once we have a 5-wave move up and a 3-wave pullback that we have a low in place. But this is essentially an area where reward is favorable and risk is low, as we had it here already. And as we approach here sort of the 3rd wave and the 5th wave, it might make sense to add some positions. At least that is a reasonable strategy. Scaling into support, being very mindful of position sizing, certainly being still very cautious, because as long as you don't have a low in place, there is of course no guarantee that price will turn around. Once it then goes higher here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The turnaround confirmation would be once this wave 1 is done, and the wave 2 pullback could then be used to enter again, and to scale up the trade, for example, if someone is trading this. Yeah, that's the update, the latest wave count here for silver. I think this move down isn't done yet. There should be at least one more low, maybe even 2. And then we just need to pay attention to the relevant support levels here at 22.22 and 21.17. Yeah, that's my update about silver. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.